Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's story includes toxic partners, relationship problems, divorce, betrayal, emotional manipulation, and entitled people. Let's start. Am I the idiot for refusing to raise husband's secret child? I, female 32, met my husband in an arranged marriage, set up at 21, he was 27 and in postgraduate medical degree, during my Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery days, and we liked each other and got married after a year of courtship. But after marrying him, I found out that he was so controlling, etc. From clothes, to my male friends, it became an issue for him. I have to fight for my dress up. He liked me as modern girl. But after we married, he wanted me to wear traditional clothes. I had my son at 25, and with the help of my parents and in-laws, I was able to complete my MBBS, and later my residency. We have had our ups and downs, as he was controlling and I had to fight a lot for myself. We had separated finances, because from our joint investments, he gifted his sister lots of gold without even asking, but I stayed shut, because I loved my mother and father-in-law. Now I have recently found out that my husband had a son with a woman, 12 years ago. Back in India, having a child before marriage is sin, it's seen as black mark, especially on women, even today. But the women here wasn't liked by my in-laws, and they gave her a huge amount of money and one rental property to stay out of their lives, which she obliged. That's why they rushed his marriage with me. Now she is dying with cancer. She visited our home and it was a huge mess. Her son fully looks like my husband, and my husband admitted, as he had no other option. He hasn't met that kid in years. Now I am asking for a divorce. I am going to get half of our joint assets. I earn well to keep my son happy and successful. I have my own clinic and pharmacy shop on my parents' property, so I am financially set. Now my in-laws has taken the kid, as his mother is very sick and is in hospital, and I am currently at my parents' house. They are asking me to raise the kid and forgive my husband. All throughout life, I have handled his anger issue, his slaps, not regular, but sometimes during argument, though I slapped back too. He didn't cheat post-marriage. Yeah, I don't believe that. But I wasn't informed earlier about the kid, and I will never stop my son's access to his father or paternal grandparents, but I don't want any relation with that kid of his. I don't care if he is innocent or not. I don't want to be the resentful stepmother of some child. And I respect that. I also always wanted just one kid. My parents haven't pressurized me, but they say give this marriage a chance, and just be cordial to kid if possible, but I shut it down. They also don't know about slaps. It happened 6, 7 times in total. And that's more than enough. When the first one occurred, you should have taken your son and walked out of the door. My husband has been served divorced papers. Now him, my in-laws and relatives, are all asking to think about the young child and give that kid motherly love, which I don't want to. I will never stop my son from having good relation with that kid, but he won't be welcome in my home, my life. I have been called B, witch, etc., for not forgiving my husband and not thinking about the child, but my only concern is my son, and I want him to grow happy. I have also decided not to go for dating or other match for next 3-4 years, so I can give my child proper care. Am I the idiot for refusing to raise my husband's secret child? OP gives more info in the comments. Info: who is asking you to raise your husband's child? His family or yours? Both. My close cousins are saying how can I be so cruel and that kid wasn't result of cheating. But thing is, I would have never married a man with child. I was never given the option. You were deceived into marrying a man with a child, a man who was also a controlling idiot. I don't fault you for using the kid as an excuse/reason to escape being married to a man who hits you. Thanks, I feel so used. Like my whole marriage foundation was built on a lie. I felt like his keeper what after the news came out. It was shattering for me. I would have left after the first slap. It was some months after my son's birth, because I wasn't having sex, I thought I slapped back. But at that time I was a scared young girl scared of divorce, a taboo. Now I don't care. You know, I didn't think those 6 slaps as abuse back then, because I simply told him that if he ever raised his hand at me again, he will be in jail, and he cares about his reputation a lot. But I now realize I was so used to this abuse, and didn't see it as one back then. And also societal pressure to run this marriage well. Let your in-laws and husband deal with the mess they created, go live an amazing life without him. I am strong-willed woman. Although I know he is going to be in my life until my son becomes legal, but I won't let him run my life. I will date too and get married again in the future. My life doesn't stop because of such a man. I have been trying to raise my son to respect women, in country where sons are not expected to do basic chores. I have taught him doing little chores, because as an adult I want him to treat his future partner as human, not servant. Tell your family about the hitting, hopefully that will get them more fully on your side. The thing is, I could have told them the truth from day one. Mind you, when I met him, he was impressive man, looks, wise as well, as for his leadership qualities. A budding surgeon, that made me fall for him. I might have even accepted his secret child back then, if he had told me, because I was so impressed, but that phase is long gone. Time to start telling your parents exactly what type of husband he is, and tell your in-laws you will publicly shame him for stealing jewelry from you and hitting you. Clearly their public image is important. He knows I can, that's why he will divorce me quickly, because he doesn't want to get into multiple legal mess, as his practice will take a hit. I just want a quick divorce, and I made clear to him that finish it soon or face the music. The kid is innocent, so are you, so why should you be responsible for your husband's mistakes? Because they expected me to be like Indian TV soap's heroine who sacrifice everything. Sorry, I am a vamp in their story, and I don't regret that. Were the in-laws thinking about the kid when they paid the mother to stay away? Nope, she comes from lower middle class family, and they are rich doctor family. How could they accept it? So they ended it. She accepted the big check in property, so it was win-win for both parties. Frankly, I'm blessed with great parents. My dad broke patriarchal rule in his family when he allowed my mom to do job back in 80s, not easy for women back then. Got me and my siblings, private schooling, as well as coaching to crack medical exams. I am here because of them. Jesus. Honestly, the appearance of this child, it's the least problem in this marriage. Of course, no one would like to find out that their spouse had a child out of wedlock, that they've been hiding for all these years, even worse, paid to keep him away. But OP should have divorced her husband a long time ago. That's enough of putting up with abuse from this man, OP, and you're not the idiot for not wanting to raise this child or for wanting to leave this marriage, and whoever is telling you otherwise either doesn't know the whole story or is an idiot. And I'm glad that OP has supportive parents who will be there for her through the divorce. But honestly, until I read OP's replies, I thought she hadn't realized that she was in an abusive and toxic relationship, and that if the son's existence hadn't come to light, she wouldn't see a problem staying married with that man. Well, I'm glad this was cleared up. Also, I'm really sorry for everything OP has been through and is still going through because of this marriage, but the person I feel sorry the most is the kid. He's losing his mom, his dad and his paternal family have basically rejected him since he was born. They paid for him to be kept away from them and hide his existence, and now he's going to have to live with them, move out of his house, maybe from his city, to live at the mercy of these people, and besides that, now he will be held responsible for the end of his father's marriage. Yeah, we know it's not his fault, but I'm sure someone will end up blaming the boy. But no, OP, you're not the idiot, and you have every right to get out of this situation, and not put up with anything else from this family. But please don't hold a grudge against this kid either. I know that everything is very recent now, but nothing of this is his fault, and like it or not, he is your son's half-brother. So in the future, when the hurt and anger decrease a bit, please be kind to him. And what did you guys think of this situation? What advice would you give OP? And what if you were in OP's shoes? What would you do? Would you also had ask for a divorce? Or would you stay and raise the child? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Now let's read the comments before going to the update. Not the idiot. If it was the other way around, I bet they would check you out to deal with it on your own, rather than ask him to raise a child that's not his. This gives you an out from your abusive marriage. Go and have a great life with your son. He made his mistake, and his parents covered it up. None of these people are trustworthy. Not the idiot. You married an abusive man and this is your opportunity to leave, get out and don't look back. For those wanting you to adopt the kid, they can do it. Not the idiot. The next woman to tell you that you owe it to the child to be its mother, just text your soon-to-be ex-husband and tell him they agreed to marry him and raise his child. Every single one of them, one after another, sent him their number. They believe the child should be put first, so they must be volunteering. Even married women, tell your husband they said they would leave their husbands to be with him. Post about these pledges they made to be his on social media. Hold them all accountable to do what they say you should be doing. I bet the comments and BS end really fast. Not the idiot. And what did you think of the comments? Do you agree with them? Would you advise anything else to OP? Leave your comments down below. Now let's go to the update. Oh, and I hope you are enjoying the video so far. If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. Now let's go to the update. Update on refusing to raise husband's affair child. We have a settlement without big issues. Hallelujah. I am getting $2 million in settlement, and we won't drag this case. I will invest most in my son's name, because if tomorrow I remarry, I don't want anyone to access to my son's inheritance, in case something happens to me. He will also pay for son's private school, as well as college. I will be primary custodian, but he and in-laws will have access to son. And we don't live far, about 5 kilometers, so I won't stop my son visiting them with supervision, his nanny from my side, till he's old enough, and with his new sibling. Although, he keeps missing dad and asks why are we not together. I have told him it's that mom and dad have different work reasons, that's why. I also made clear to my ex and in-laws that if my son got brainwashed or something, I will drag them to court. Also, to never force his new kid on me during meets. I won't stop my son to meet his half-brother, but I won't want that kid in my house or in my life. This is update for now. We don't want to drag the case, as it would take years, and it will be hit on his reputation. He lied to you by omission. Go and live your life the best you can. Unfortunately, there are other women out there who couldn't have the chance to get divorce. So you are a lucky one. Stay strong and best of wishes to you and your son. I am frankly in position to divorce, especially considering in my culture. Divorce is looked down upon across classes. Poor women have it tough. We didn't divorce yet, it is an agreement between lawyers, we don't want to drag. My ex already have found a poor woman, according to my sources, to marry and raise the child. So he just accepted. I don't hate the kid. If he ever comes to me as person, I will be cordial and decent, but I don't want anything to do with him, that's it. I don't have place for him in my life, that is my boundary. I won't welcome him at my home and that's my choice as a person, but I will not bash the kid or say mean things if he is near to me. The only thing I'd say, is to look into therapy for a way to explain in an age-appropriate way, to your son, that your husband lied to you and wasn't a good husband. Your son needs to know what not to do as he grows up, that there are consequences for lying and controlling behavior because people will not, and should not, tolerate it. I will tell him the truth, when he's able to understand these basic things. Therapy I will definitely book soon. After experiencing something like this, I would recommend you take a year to yourself. Reconnect with yourself, and really get to know who you are and what you want before you consider dating or enter new relationship. I am not going into dating till 2027, I want to heal myself and travel with my kid, Europe trip next year. I will definitely marry again, but not till my son is in his teens. And what did you think of the update? I could be wrong, but even though OP denies it, I still think she has some kind of resentment towards her ex-husband's son, even if she isn't aware of it, or wants to admit it. I think she does. Of course, OP may be acting like this and have created these boundaries, because she is afraid that if they don't exist, they will try to trap her back into that horrible marriage, or even if they are still divorced, the ex and his family could try to pass the responsibility of raising the boy to OP. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much. And regarding ex-husband's new wife, sorry OP, but I doubt she's new in his life. It's quite possible that he was already cheating on you with her before you were separated. But at least you are getting rid of husband as quickly as possible, and I wish OP and her son all the best on their new journey. And what about you guys? What are your thoughts on the update? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.